Good to get the win. We played very slow, very tired. I don't know why, but we played very slow, very tired. Any questions?
Coach, they spread their minutes out a lot between 10 players, and you only spread it out really, basically among 5 players. How are you able to condition your team to play this team like that?
They got to be conditioned. They play a lot of minutes. You know, I'm a firm believer, somebody plays 40 minutes, gets conditioned to play 40 minutes. Somebody plays 20, gets conditioned to play 20. We can't use that excuse. The situation is what the situation is. You saw when I come off the bench, bad things happen. Bad things happen. So we get Teresa here after 2 more games, I think. So we'll add one, which will be good, and add some size. And then we can move Tiana around a little bit more. So we're going to add one that I think will help us. And then, you know, we need our freshmen to play harder. Just need them to play harder. You know, I told them in there, if I was a freshman on a top 10 team in the country, I sure in the heck would come in and play hard. You'd think you would. Think you would. A lot of freshmen don't get to play. They have an opportunity to play, and they need to take advantage of it.
We saw you use Ashley Jones a lot with Shania Ray. Is that something we can expect to see as the season continues?
We've been doing that all year. Naomi, when we take her out, we move Shania to the 2. But we got to have energy from that point guard. The problem is Ashley's got to give us the same energy that Shania gives us at the point guard.
Is it possible though that your starters are playing about 90% of your minutes now, and and you're averaging winning by 34 points. I know you don't have a lot of people to put in there, but that if you get in those situations the rest of the way, you try to rest some people.
See, it's catch-22 Bob's a problem. You got to get them accustomed to playing a lot of minutes. And even if you're up 20 or 30, you still got to get them accustomed to play 20, 30 minutes or play a lot of minutes. Now, you could rest them, but then all of a sudden you get in the league play and they got to play 35, 38 minutes again, and they're not used to doing that. But what I'd like to do is, like I said, at least have 3 coming off the bench to spell people. And we will get in foul trouble as the year goes on, and you got to be able to at least bring 3 off the bench to spell people. Now, what I do in practice, I probably don't give the starters half as many reps as I do the other players in practice, all right, because they got to learn and they got to get better and all that. So I probably rest them a little bit more in practice than I do games. But I think Ashley could be a great player for us. I think Destiny could be a great player for us. Teresa's got to come in and play hard, but they got to play with energy.
It seemed like that zone kind of affected you guys in the second quarter, that they were playing, holding around to 10 points.
Yeah.
What kind of adjustments did you guys make at halftime to kind of counteract that?
Well, we just was lazy on our passes, lazy on our cuts. If you noticed in the beginning, our defense was creating offense. That's why we jumped out to that big lead in the first quarter. Our defense was creating offense in the open floor. And then even against their zone, we were getting anything we wanted, and then we got lazy. We weren't cutting hard. We weren't passing to the right person. We took some shots we shouldn't have been taking. We didn't reverse the ball. And all of a sudden, you start struggling against the zone.
Kind of along that same line, Coach, you've got 5 pretty good scorers with that starting bunch, and so when a drought comes or how many different things do you try in situations like?
Well, even against the zone, I'll start running quick hitters. Somebody like Katrina got hot, so we started running some quick hitters against the zone for her. Isolation with Tiana down there, we'll do that. But if you're not moving the ball and you're not cutting hard, it's hard to run stuff. A couple of times we'll run quick hitters and we didn't even run them. Somebody on the floor messed them up. I think what we need to do is what I told them, we're going to watch a lot of this film and let them see the energy level and the breakdowns and all that. We need to see that. Hey, I'm proud of these grades. It's not that I'm down on them. We play like that again in the Big 12, we're getting beat. we're getting beat and deserve to get beat. So I never play against Pitt. I'm looking down the road. I'm looking against the better teams, the best teams in the Big 12. We can't play like that. We have to play with more energy.
Which an issue were the turnovers for you guys tonight?
How big? But they were just lazy turnovers. Instead of reversing the ball and going to the person's outside shoulder, we were just going to the middle of them, and they were deflecting the ball or getting a steal because we weren't taking that extra dribble. We were just tired. We were tired. We were tired.
Susie says, watching you guys, you get off to fast starts in most games, she said. And why is that? Why do you think you've been able to come out and stick it
We're
to people
fresh.
early?
Well, our defense is good. That first 10 minutes, our defense is really, really good. And we're switching, and we're up the lanes, and we're creating turnovers and all that. And then all of a sudden, we sit back and let them catch it and run their offense and dribble drive us. We just got to get better. We're nowhere where we need to be. We got to continue to get better, continue to work hard in practice. But again, we have great girls. I mean, I'm not upset with that. We were just tired, and I don't know why we were so tired. Against Texas A&M, they played 38, 40 minutes. Wasn't tired, and they had a bunch of athletes. And so I don't know why we were so tired. I guess, you have those games. But we were tired and didn't move, didn't communicate, and got sloppy.
Coach, talking about the energy level, I mean, do you think that your players understood this kind of rivalry with Pitt?
No.
Did you guys talk about it any?
Tried. But then players, they start staring right through you, like, what the heck's he talking about?
Right.
So I just shut up. I mean, once they don't have an idea what I'm talking about. So you might as well just get an empty room and talk to them.
Right.
Is it tough trying to explain that history of a rivalry, especially when none of your players have been part of it?
Absolutely, because you don't play them every year, and you don't play them that often now. You used to play them all the time, so it always was a rivalry. But now these girls, none of these girls ever played Pitt, so they don't know. And I was talking to their coach before the game. She was trying to get her girls fired up. They didn't know anything about West Virginia. They're in the ACC. So, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I think the fans and everybody try to make it a rival. You know what I mean? And like I just finally kept telling the girls, hey, they're an ACC team, all right, and you can't lose here at home. That's how I try to do it. Because every time I talk about the rival, they did look at me like I'm crazy. So, and quite frankly, we were up more for Texas A&M.